Hi and welcome to another video on the Casio CT-X3000, and this is really a follow-up video to the one I made about connecting the keyboard up to a computer. And first of all, I've recorded a song into the Casio, and let's just have a little playback of how this song goes. So you can hear that song playing back from the Casio. If I press stop, we can stop the song. And again, I'm back in Reason, the DAW that I use, and I've already recorded the audio from here into Reason. So now let's have a listen to the playback of this track. So it's the recording, the audio recording from the Casio into the software. Okay, so there's the recording of the song, the audio recording. I've also made, I've saved a file of the performance that I created in the song bank and saved it as a standard MIDI file, and then have loaded that into Reason. And you can see some of these tracks have come up in Reason. So these are the MIDI tracks that have been created in Casio, on the Casio, and then imported into Reason so that I could perhaps edit them further. When I've just recorded the audio, it's not possible to do much editing on the top of that. So the advantage of having a MIDI file is now I can change aspects of the song and have a lot more sort of control over the editing. So let's take a listen to how Reason has taken this standard MIDI file. I'm going to mute the audio, and we're just going to listen to the MIDI tracks that have been imported into Reason playing back through Reason. Here we go from the beginning. And so on. Now, obviously, it doesn't sound like the original recording that I made on the Casio, because Reason or your particular DAW software will use sounds that approximate to the kinds of sounds that have been selected. So that's an advantage and a disadvantage. Because this is MIDI data and not audio data, I can now take a recording that I've created in MIDI and play around and see what sounds Reason has to offer and see if there's an improvement on that. So for instance, here's the melody line that I recorded. and Reason has taken a saw lead synth sound and just assigned it to this track. But we could try other sounds. And these could be synth sounds that are similar to the ones I originally had in mind in the song, or it could be something completely different. We could just switch it to, say, a piano sound. So here's the melody just with a grand piano sound. So remember that MIDI data is just recording the key movements, the fingers playing on the keys at different times, and then I can take that information and reassign sounds and kind of orchestrate and arrange the song within the computer software, which is again much more flexible than perhaps obviously we've got built into the keyboard. I think this is a good way of going about coming up with ideas as a quick kind of sketch pad, starting out in the keyboard. You haven't got to wait ages for a program to load up. You can quickly sketch out some ideas and then import it into something like Reason or Cubase or GarageBand, and then you can manipulate it a bit more. It's particularly useful, I find, for creating the drum tracks quickly. If you're not a drum programmer or a drummer, you can soon kind of lose your way. So the drums are always assigned to MIDI channel 10. So let's have a listen to just the drum track, MIDI track on its own. So obviously Reason has reassigned instruments because the layout of the keys and where the drum sounds are assigned on Reason are going to be different from the Casio. They haven't used the same standard. But, you know, that's a good thing. And again, as a bad thing, you can then manipulate those. I could find another drum kit, perhaps that matches more closely to what I had in mind. And I can go into any of these Reason MIDI blocks and then edit notes, take things out and change the pitch of them, change the notes of them, change them to a different sound that I want. And be a bit more creative that way. So anyway, I hope that's given you an idea of what's possible. The other thing you can do is also save a MIDI file from your PC, from your DAW, and then import that into the Casio. But again, you may run into the same sorts of issues of not having exactly the same sounds that you had in mind on the PC on the Casio. Anyway, thanks for watching, and keep subscribing, and let me know if there are any other types of keyboard related videos you'd be interested in. Thanks for watching.